With pressure mounting like never before, Lebanon titters on the edge. As U.S. envoy Thomas Barak visits Beirut, a fierce showdown looms. The government vows to disarm Hezbollah by August the 31st, while leaders group Naim Qasim defiantly calls that move unconstitutional and a threat to national survival. Israel, despite a fragile ceasefire, continues daily strikes, destroying homes and water systems, drawing accusations of war crimes. Hezbollah, on the other hand, rejects any move towards disarmament, standing firm as Lebanon's self-declared shield against Israel. Meanwhile, Barak recently stated that Washington supports the Lebanese government plan to disarm Hezbollah, emphasizing the process will not necessarily be militarily, but focused on persuasion. With tensions high, what lies ahead for Lebanon? Can the state reclaim sovereignty without sparking civil war? Or is Lebanon doomed to a perpetual state of turmoil? Welcome to In Depth. The week has reported that Lebanon's new government, backed by the U.S., has set a clear goal to disarm Hezbollah, aiming to restore state authority and security, crucial international aid for reconstruction. This move is seen as a way to rebuild the country's sovereignty and stability after the recent conflict with Israel. However, this plan faces fierce resistance from Hezbollah. The group views its weapons as essential for defending Lebanon against Israel. Hezbollah's leadership argues that giving up their arms would be like losing their very identity as a resistance movement, a core part of their political and popular legitimacy. Meanwhile, Israel cautiously supports the disarmament efforts but has its own demands. It seeks to establish a buffer zone and wants security guarantees, refusing to fully withdraw from Lebanese territory until Hezbollah is completely disarmed. The situation remains complex, with the United States trying to mediate a very sensitive path forward. According to the Times of Israel, top U.S. envoy Tom Barak has confirmed that Lebanon's government is finalizing a crucial plan to persuade Hezbollah to disarm, a move seen as vital for restoring the state's full sovereignty and stability. This initiative is, however, met with strong defiance from Hezbollah's leadership, who have warned the government against any direct confrontation. The government and the group views its arsenal as a cornerstone of its identity and a necessity for the nation's defense. Israel, meanwhile, promises to pull back troops if Hezbollah lays down arms, but continues strikes, complicating peace. The clock is ticking on a fragile moment that could lead to stability or a new conflict.
Lebanon's future remains deeply uncertain as tensions escalate between Hezbollah, the Lebanese state, and Israel. In recent speech, Hezbollah leader Naim Qasim insisted that Israel must first comply the November 27 ceasefire before any discussion of disarmament or a national defense strategy can begin. This hardline stance reaffirms Hezbollah's refusal to disarm, positioning itself as Lebanon's primary defense against Israel. Following U.S. envoy Tom Barak's recent meeting with Israeli officials, Israel indicated it may scale back its military presence in southern Lebanon if the Lebanese government proceeds with its disarmament plan. The Israeli Prime Minister's office praised Lebanon's cabinet resolution, which limits the possession of weapons to the state and tasks the army with implementing the measure by the end of 2025. However, Hezbollah sees the resolution as a direct threat, warning that it could spark civil conflict. The group's resistance narrative continues to clash with the state's push for full sovereignty and centralized control over all arms. Meanwhile, U.S. envoys Thomas Barak and Morgan Ortagus are meeting with Lebanese officials to discuss the proposal involving Hezbollah's disarmament and Israel withdrawal. Lebanon now awaits Israel's formal response to the plan, but the road ahead remains uncertain. Whether Lebanon can assert full state authority without descending into internal strife will determine if the country can move toward lasting peace or remain caught in recurring cycles of resistance and instability.
Providing more analysis about the Lebanese situation regarding the disarmament of Hezbollah, joining us from Beirut, retired Brigadier General Taqi Tanir, military expert and strategic researcher, and Mr. Mohammed Barakat, managing editor of SAS Media. Welcome to In Depth, Mr. Tanir, very welcome. And given Barak's recent statement that Lebanon will come up with a plan on August the 31st to convince Hezbollah to disarm, is this deadline for a disarmament plan realistic or just a comply under U.S. pressure, sir?
Good afternoon to you and to your channel and to audience and listeners and to your guests too. Mrs. Arena, no, it's not only a comply after the pressure of the United States. You know, the army is a national patriotic institution and it deals with everything like a serious work and serious job, and it is going to accomplish its mission at the end of August and to be sent to the cabinet in order to take decision about that. I guess, no, it's not at all. It's not a play or a circus. It's really a job, and they are going to finish it, I guess, next week.
So you believe, sir, by August the 31st, it's going to be accomplished and Hezbollah will be disarmed. Do you believe this?
No, it's only now a plan. It's not a, they will not
it's
now
not going to be achieved yet. It's only a plan to the achievement plan, to be accomplished.
I guess if the government take a resolution about that, it will be another case and another thing at all. Now it's just a plan from what they ask the army to do, and they will do their job as soon as possible.
Mr. Barakat, welcome. How do you assess Hezbollah's demand that Israel complies first with the November 27 ceasefire before any discussion on disarmament can take place?
First of all, Hezbollah cannot decide on behalf of all the Lebanese population. He's a little party, 10% of the Lebanese parliament, but Hezbollah uses this demand as a political shield. Disarming Hezbollah is a decision that all of the parliament and all of the government took that decision, and it will be arranged by the 2nd of September. The plan will be on the table of the government, and it will begin to do it on the ground. But Hezbollah uses, as I told you, this demand that Israel has to comply first as a political shield to stop. Now, I have some information that Israel will took a step back in the 5 points that she's occupying on the south of Lebanon. And then the whole logic of Hezbollah and his speech will be disarmed of this political shield.
Mr. Tanir, as Israel still occupies 5 strategic points How can Lebanon claim sovereignty while disarming Hezbollah, who claims to be countering the Israeli attacks? And I think you just heard Mr. Barakat when he was discussing the 5 points.
I guess, as you said, it's the problem, and it's, as we say, the rule of strongest part among the weakest part, that which Lebanon nowadays. Unfortunately, yes, you are right. It's power of right against right of power, as we said before, in such issues like that. Now we are going, as they said, step by step. We don't know how they are really seriously will work about that. But I think it will keep us, as we said, unstable until they will reach to a certain conclusion and situation to solve that issue. It's not really that Israel will withdraw from one part or one city or one village, and we will disarm Hezbollah from their weapons. At the same time, they still on our land, occupying our land, and they are taking our sovereignty out. I don't know how they will solve that, but I think it will be a big problem.
Mr. Barakat, how can Lebanese government trust Israel to withdraw when it continues to violate the ceasefire agreement by destroying water stations and farms long, sir, after the truce?
And trust is built on verification, not the promises. So, and the Lebanese government, the 3 Lebanese presidents told the Barak and Ortegas that Israel should go out of the Lebanese 5 points. So until then, the Lebanese government gave the international community and the American administration gave them a good point and gave them the decision that the government took place on the 5th of August. So we did our part of the job while we are talking about step by step. So we did our step. Now it's on behalf of Israel and Netanyahu to take action and to liberate the Lebanese lands occupied now, so the Lebanese army can go with a good plan on the table of the government, and then we can begin to do this plan on the ground with Hezbollah agreement. We cannot disarm Hezbollah while
Israel is still around.
Israel is still occupying our lands, and we cannot do 2 or 3 steps without Israel doing at least 1 step.
Okay, Mr. Barakat, you're counting on Israel that it will accomplish or abide to its promises and move step by step and leave the Lebanese territories and the Lebanese strategic points. However, as I think we all know, Israel is never accountable and never goes and abides to its promises. At that point, sir, what is the Lebanese government supposed to do? And like you mentioned, the Lebanese government is ready to liberate, get rid of Hezbollah arms if Israel is ready to liberate the occupied territory in Lebanon. Did you see ever that Israel accomplishes to its promises?
First of all, I'm not counting on Israel. We're counting on Trump administration. We're counting on Barak and Ortegas. We are not negotiating with Israel. We are negotiating with the American administration, which she gave us promises, and she said she will do some pressures on Israel government to withdraw from the south. That's the first point. The second point, we cannot in Lebanon, not in the government and not on the streets, we cannot go to a civil war to achieve this decision that the government took on the 5th of August. We need to make a conversation with Hezbollah, a dialogue with Hezbollah, and our logic is more powerful if Israel will obey the American pressures. We are not counting on Israel. We are counting on America, and she is the broker between us. And
okay, so you're accounting on America. Let's leave it there and let's see what America is going to be doing and yes, Donald Trump is going to be doing. Mr. Tanir, the Lebanese armed forces are now officially tasked.
Sorry, Mrs. Arana, I will ask only a question here. Please.
Go ahead, sir.
If I can have a comment, please. But as we heard before from Mr. Barak himself, declaration inside the presidential palace in Lebanon, when he said there is no guarantee. If America tells us that there is no guarantee from Israel.
Exactly, sir. This was the point I wanted to tell Mr. Barakat, that even the United States is not accountable.
Sorry,
my lady, allow me, that's not the truth. He didn't say that. Barak said we didn't give guarantees. No, let me explain. You're confused. You're mixing two pictures. Barak said America didn't give any guarantees to stop Israel from firing on Lebanon after the 27th of after the ceasefire agreement. That's what he said. But
you are right. You are right.
Wait. He was talking about the ceasefire after the war.
Please. You are right.
But in the Barak letter,
you are right. But let me continue, please.
Okay.
But he continued what he said. Yeah. Please concentrate well, please, and listen to me. And what he said after that we are not sure that we can ask Israel to do something she don't want to do. What does this mean? They cannot oblige.
No, you're mixing. No, it's not true. He said that if the Lebanese government didn't take action, but after his that speech, the Lebanese government took the first step with the decision of disarming Hezbollah.
Okay, Mr. Barakat, if Mr. Tanir is not accountable what he's saying, then what happened to the ceasefire that was due on the 27th between Lebanon and Israel, and Lebanon and Israel till today is not abiding to any ceasefire. So what Mr. Tanir is saying makes sense. If we get rid of Hezbollah today under the auspices of the United States, which is not accountable, or your narrative, not my narrative, or if you see it accountable.
We are not analyzing in here. We're talking about facts. In fact,
okay, Mr. Tanir is saying facts.
No, it's not a fact. It's a false. It's a fake
I personally asked you, can you depend on Israel when it comes to promises?
No, let me give me 30 seconds to tell you what is the fact. The fact.
Can I listen to Mr. Tanir, please, Mr. Barakat, because you said your point of view.
Yes, I'm listening.
I agree with you, Mr. Muhammad. I'm not here offending you. I'm only telling you what they said. But let me tell you something else. One of the ministers said before a few days, we will not pull out from the 5 points, whatever happened. They said more than one time.
It's not his call. It's a Trump's call. He can say whatever he wants. Trump will decide. Trump kicked his 3 points from the Suwaida. He didn't want to withdraw from Suwaida. The American will do what they want. It's not the Netanyahu,
Mr. Barakat, why are you so sure and confident in the United States and in Trump and in America?
Because they did it in Suwaida. Netanyahu wants to stay in Suwaida. Trump told him, get out, and he went out. So let me say something. In the Barak paper, the government signed on it. There's a word, and who knows about the language in the UN corridor, he knows that censor means that the American administration will punish Israel if she didn't commit the
Does
agreement.
the American
No agreement.
administration punish Israel on anything that Israel does
Yes,
that is against the international community's law, sir?
That's your opinion. I'm talking what is written.
No,
in
I have
the
no
paper.
opinion. It's a question, sir. It's not my right to have an
Okay,
opinion.
I'm telling you. The paper that Barak gave to the Lebanese government, and I saw that paper. It's written that there is a censor if Israel didn't do what the paper is calling her to do. So for the first time, as you said, for the first time in the history, we have a American paper signed by a Trump administration. So by Trump himself, Israel will be punished if she didn't do what she has to do. That's what I'm saying. That's a fact. But
Mr. Tanir, can you answer, please?
But Barak told the Lebanese that we didn't give any guarantees during the ceasefire. Also, we have to remember it was the Biden administration. So now there's guarantees from the new Trump administration.
Okay, Mr. Tanir, can you answer, please?
Yes, I will answer. I'm sorry, there is something misunderstanding between me and my friend. I'm telling him what they said, and he insists that I am telling that, or I am saying it's not true. No, I am saying the truth, Mr. Muhammad, and I know every word I talk about it. You must listen to me carefully. Here we are relying on the administration of United States of America. I agree with you. I will rely on them, and I will do all what they ask to do with Israel. But we will see later on that there is no, unfortunately, there is no at all, no guarantee from Israel to America, and you will see that, and we will see that. Unfortunately, I am not saying that America will not have a pressure on Israel, but all of us know that the first thing in all Middle East is Israel to America, not us. Unfortunately.
Mr. Tanir, can I ask you who protected the airport during the war? Who protected Beirut? So Hezbollah sent many missiles on Ben Gurion Airport. Who protected the Beirut airport? It's America. Who protected the infrastructure in Lebanon? It's America. It's not Hezbollah and it's not Israel. It's America. No, we can rely on American administration. Trump, among many things, Trump is not a liar. He has a lot of inconvenient in his character, but he's not a liar. And he's a man of his word.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all, please. I'm telling you that Israel may make confusion for America and don't withdraw from our 5 points and more. Nowadays, they are more than 5 points.
She will withdraw. I'm telling that.
I hope.
I'm telling you
really,
that.
I hope, and I insist that only Lebanese army can carry a weapon and can have arms in Lebanon. Only.
Agreed.
Now, before and after, before there was many mistakes, will not go back to the past. Now we are talking about now and about future. I am agree 100% and more. I was a general in the Lebanese army, and sorry for that. Nobody can make among me on this point. But what I'm telling you,
we must agree, Mr. Tanir, that we don't have another choice.
Can you continue, Mr. Tanir?
You are right, and that's what we said. It's the rule of strong among weak, and we are the weakest point now. We cannot do anything more. But we are relying on United States, and I hope from bottom of my heart that can do that they can do that. I hope.
We all hope, sir, of course, the best for Lebanon, Mr. Barakat. Israel has demanded a demilitarized Israel industrial buffer zone along the border, which would involve keeping destroyed villages uninhabited, sir. How does Lebanon view this proposal, and would this impact Lebanese communities displaced by conflict? And this question is related to what you and Mr. Tanir were discussing now.
Lebanon rejects, the government of Lebanon rejects any plan that keeps villages empty. Displaced families must return. Myself, I came from a village on the border, and I cannot reach my village right now, and we will not accept, and the government, I know that the government will not accept. But when we say an industrial zone, it doesn't mean that it will be empty of people or the villages will not be reconstructed. There will be reconstruction and there will be villages, but disarmed zone, that's one. And two, it's not a curse that we will have some industries.
Mr. Barakat, again, my question was, Israel has demanded a demilitarized industrial buffer zone along the border. How do you read this in light of what you were discussing with Mr. Taqi-Din now, sir?
Disarmed zone, this is...
Israel is still imposing here conditions.
What?
Despite the fact that the Lebanese government wants to get rid of Hezbollah arms, this armament, yet Israel, sir, is imposing its own conditions to leave the borders, sir, or the 5 strategic points.
No, she will withdraw from the 5 points. And we know that. And this
sir, my question again is, Israel has demanded a demilitarized industrial buffer zone along the border, which would involve keeping destroyed villages uninhabited, sir.
No, I gave you a straight answer. I told you Lebanese government will reject any plans that keeps the families away and the villages will be reconstructed. I told you that. That's a Lebanese decision.
Who is going to reconstruct Lebanon?
The Lebanese government will reconstruct
Exactly, the
Lebanon.
Lebanese government. So Israel doesn't have any saying here or to impose demands here. Anyways, Mr. Tanir, the United Nations Security Council is debating a French-drafted compromise that would renew the presence of the UNIFIL for 1 more year. If that takes place and happens, do you foresee an effective role for the UNIFIL in navigating the increasing tension over the Israeli-Lebanese border?
As you know, due to financial resources, as they said, from America to the United Nations, they put some restrictions against the work and the mission of UNIFIL in South Lebanon. You know that from 1978 till now, and after 2006 till now, as you know, we have 47 countries and more than 10 soldiers, international soldiers, under the name of UNIFIL, umbrella of UNIFIL. They are working in South Lebanon. Last 2 years, only the problems start to achieve and to appear on their missions. Now they reach to a certain conclusion that they don't need any more UNIFIL in South Lebanon. Not because they are UNIFIL, because they don't need at all any presence of United Nations in Lebanon. By the way, any presence for the Europe and especially French in Lebanon. They are punished French because she and many countries will say in September in the Assembly of the United Nations that they can confess about the Palestine is a real country and a complete country with its membership in the United Nations. That's all. They will give us 1 year, and they said it will be the last year. I think there will be no change in the mission till that time, but I am afraid that later on, and something will happen, it will be catastrophe because now we are without any umbrella. We will be only under the umbrella of America and Israel, not more. Now we are under the umbrella of America and the United Nations, the International Committee. Oh. After that, we will be only under the umbrella of America.
Got your point, sir.
Let me say something.
Go ahead, sir, but we have to wrap up. But go ahead, please.
We mustn't confuse between two projects in the region. There is the Zionist Israeli project, which wants our villages empty. Yeah, that's right. But the American project wants an industrial, economic prosperity in our south. So we in Lebanon, the Lebanese government and the Lebanese authority is going along with the American project to our south, not the Israeli project. So there's two projects, there's not one.
Got your point, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Taqiyuddin Tanir, military expert and strategic researcher, and Mr. Mohammed Barakat, of course, managing editor of SAS Media. Of course, thank you very much for your insights and your valuable informative knowledge and for your time. I really appreciate, of course, your insights. Lebanon stands at a crossroads between sovereignty and survival, peace and peril. The world watches as if one nation faces an impossible choice. That concludes today's episode of In Depth. Thank you very much for joining us. Stay tuned for more updates on Qnews. Thank you very much.